the promoters of the Essar Group decided to sell their Essar Oil Company and a port in India to a Russian firm called Rosneft. An agreement to this effect was signed between the parties in presence of the Prime Minister of India and the President of Russia during the BRICS summit at Goa in this month. According to the agreement, the Rosneft would pay $30 billion or about 85,000 crore to the promoters of Essar Group. They would in turn sell 98% of the shares. According to the rules of the stock exchange, the promoters cannot hold more than 76% shares. The rest must remain with the public. How they managed to sell 98% is not very clear. According to reports, the Essar Group have taken a loan of more than 1.2 lakh crore from the Indian banks. The name of their various companies. So, even if they pay the entire proceeds to the Indian banks, they cannot escape from the trap. Further, there are reports that about 35,000 crore loan given to the Essar Steel would be classified as non-performing assets. How it is possible is known to the Supreme Court of India only. The circumstances that force the promoters of the Essar Group to sell their valuable companies must be analyzed. The promoters of the Essar Group had been the members of the ruling class in India. When the members of the ruling class amassed huge amount of public resources among themselves, the promoters of the Essar Group did not get much. In 2001, when the NDA government came to power, the members of the ruling class assumed to themselves the management of many public sector undertakings. At that time, the promoters of the Essar Group wanted the shipping operation of India. Though others got many public sector undertakings virtually free of cost, the Essar Group was denied the shipping operation of India. Had they got it, they would have become as rich as their peers. Further, when their peers of the Essar Group got huge amount of money through the stock exchange by selling 2 or 3% shares of their various companies, The Essar group, according to the data shown now, shows the Essar group was not given money, but they were asked to take loan from the banks. Any company giving more than 10,000 crore per year as interest would perish. Naturally, Essar group perished due to the interest burden. Interest was disproportionately high in India. It is not consistent with inflation. If the inflation is 13%, government could have realized 13% interest. Now, the interest collected is disproportionately high. Anyone paying the interest would perish. That is the condition. So, the Essar group was made to survive based on the loan taken from the Indian banks. The only bright spot is that the promoters of the Essar group were not sent to jail just like Mr. Ramalinga Raju. In the case of Ramalinga Raju, the ruling class not only sending him to jail, but also assumed the management of his assets. Here, Essar group has been made to languish due to interest burden. The data revealed so far shows the Essar group, just like any other Indian big companies, owe much to the government. Their assets are nothing but public assets. The huge amount of bank loan reveals this. Further, the duty of the government is to protect the public assets. The alienating public assets, whether they remain in the hand of the government or in the hand of the private parties, is not the duty of the government. Government is duty bound to protect them, and the government shall not alienate such assets to the foreign players, whether they are from Russia or from China. It is not very important. Paramount duty of the government is to protect the public assets. Therefore, if the government of India fails in its onerous duty, the Supreme Court of India must step in or intervene and do the needful to protect the public assets. For this, the people all over India would remain grateful to the Supreme Court of India.